Welcome to Did We Level Up, a show where a bunch of naive yet adorably pessimistic friends hope to one day be able to quit our shitty jobs and play D&D for a living. This one-shot was recorded in our living room with a bunch of amateurs like myself. Any cuts in the recording were done so to limit things such as pauses and rule checking. We made sure to keep in any story and world-building moments for you all. This will be a continuation of parts 1 and 2 of Catch Me If You Ptakan, set once again in the fantastical land of Ptakan. Both of our previous episodes can be found on our Spotify and YouTube. That way you'll be fully prepared for the adventure ahead. Additionally, content warnings can be found in the episode description, so without further delay, prepare yourselves for the epic conclusion of our Ptakan More Than One Shot series, You Reap What You Scythe. Welcome back for part 2 of You Reap What You Scythe. Previously, our players had made arrangements with either each other or other Magi in Keelan. They had returned to their villas for a night's rest and will now face the day of the reaping. The alliances that they potentially have made or have not made will be revealed to you shortly. So here is of You Reap What You Scythe.
And before anything happens, can I roll, or can I cast enhance ability to give myself advantage on charisma checks?
If you do that, you can roll with advantage right now. Because right now I just want you to roll preemptively because they're not here.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to give myself the best chance. 14.
Okay, just knock that off in the morning. I'm gonna play it by ear because I don't know how that's gonna come into play, but I just wanted it ready and I didn't want it to be obvious.
It's a really interesting thing.
Dude, I can't wait for you guys to listen to this. Like, it's so fucking nuts. Like, the conversations that I've heard, are
I'm actually really excited.
It's also, the easiest session I've ever DM'd. Like, this is so nice. This is about to get insane. But is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
So are those terms agreeable?
Yes, my only request is you do not attack me or my brother if there are other targets. If there are other targets, attack them. If my brother attacks you, I will understand if you want to retaliate. I would prefer non-lethal. If it is down to us 3, I would rather you target me before my brother. But at that point, if it was us 3, I would most likely concede.
Most likely?
I would concede.
Inside.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
29.
I'm telling the truth.
Okay. Are there any instances in which you wouldn't concede?
If Ace attacked me or my brother before the final 3.
Okay.
If my brother was killed, I would probably be more likely to be in a state of
rage,
and I don't even care about our agreement anymore.
Sure.
But if my brother is still alive, if I'm still alive, and they're still alive, I would concede.
Okay, cool.
But if my brother was dead, most of my shit goes out the window because I'm
cool.
Out.
All right, so you gather that much.
Okay, I expect you to continue to prove yourself to me as I seem to be offering you much more than you are offering me.
Yes. If it comes down to me and you will become the next Scythe of Ptakan.
Also, make sure, what's his name? The priest guy.
Woodwick?
Woodwick.
It's literally spelled F-W-E.
Yeah. Just make sure Woodwick doesn't come into the Lunarium, as we don't want him to be questioned and him reveal that I was here.
In the Lunarium will only be Magi. I will not allow any Harasha to enter.
Okay.
As is custom.
I would like to,
sneak back and...
I would like to have, something happen that we discussed prior happen before I leave.
Can you text me it? Because I forgot. Okay. It's late enough. You seem to have gone unnoticed. Had some close calls, but you think you made it back. You're back in your villa.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna just go to sleep.
Okay. You all come to from the comfort of your own villas. The morning is a bit overcast and some light snow is already falling around the city. There is some movement on the streets and you can hear busker bards playing songs, vendors selling wares, and many voices laughing and conversing. What would you all like to do? You were in the bathroom, I don't know if you heard, but you can talk to each player at the table once, and you can pick 2 NPCs to talk with before the reaping.
So we get 5 total?
Yes. So 2 NPCs, and then you can talk with each person.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that we would know kind of that outline for the day. Where do we need to be, and when do we need to be there?
So to make sure you get your long rest in before the reaping, so that you don't face exhaustion during the later parts of it, and so that you can re-up any spells that you use during the day, you have to basically be in bed by 4? It's 8 hours, yeah. So you have to be in bed by 4.
Oh, okay.
And that way you can be at the reaping, the Raven's Nest, at midnight. It starts when the moon is directly above, and that is when you drop in and begin. So you've awoken at about, like, let's say 8. So you have 8 hours to do what you will, but in that 8 hours you'd only have time to talk to.
I don't know
about 5
who,
people.
but some of us have elven heritage, so we
Yeah,
only
you
sleep
can
like
trance.
4 hours, and we don't actually sleep.
Yeah.
Drenn's
I
just
know.
like meditating.
Sure,
and
yeah. It's trance, trance.
They didn't
Like,
hang out
state.
Yeah.
You just have to
Sketching
be
them.
rested.
Sketching the trees.
Just because it's to make it fair for everyone at the table, you have to be at 4
Sure.
and
No one
sure,
else
do
have to
12.
like rest, where they like meditate or something.
Yeah,
Yes,
they meditate
yeah,
for 4
yeah,
hours
we just
instead of
don't
8.
sleep
Yeah.
in
Honestly-
the same way that you mortals do.
Yeah, honestly, I've thought about, like, not this campaign, but like in other campaigns I do. Like, I
Making
really
us sleep
don't
anyway.
like it. Like, they don't have to. They can do their meditation, but I want it to take 8 hours just because like it sucks for like everyone else to be like, but I have to take an extra, you know.
But the nice thing is then I can be on watch
Yeah, it's
no, I
even
get
when
you.
I'm
Yeah,
sleeping.
yeah.
I
It's
think,
just
I think
fun.
it's something that like is fine because like they picked that
Yeah,
race.
you're
They get-
wrong.
Yeah, it's just my personal preference. All right. So it's the morning of light snow. What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to have a nice breakfast.
You do that.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It is
Vorkax
very
wants some
easy to get
potatoes
some.
and eggs.
You can
I
absolutely.
want like
do
a
that.
nice cozy breakfast. since it's
This is
night.
essentially like the last meal that they give prisoners on death row. So like,
Biscuits
they
and
get you
gravy for
whatever the
sure.
fuck you want. Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy, some eggs, some potatoes,
All right.
some mashed potatoes with
hash
gravy.
browns
Okay.
with fish.
Who do you want to talk to first? Is essentially what you guys are deciding right now.
So
I assumed we were going to do the questioning first thing in the morning, and then
Oh,
Reganna.
well, I mean, yeah, you can do that as well, but you'd have to organize it.
Well, we all like talked about
Yeah. So
morning, so yeah. So,
okay. You
I would like to go to Reganna.
when you guys are ready to organize it, you issue the command to your Harajas, and they kind of.
Oh, right, yeah. They can do it. They can do it for me. Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you Ace tell your Haraja that you wish for an emergency meeting because it's feeling kind of sus, and your Haraja is like, oh,
I saw him bent.
all right, and they kind of hustle out and they go and find the rest of the Harajas or Medjai, whoever they find first, and they kind of spread out, and eventually word spreads around. You guys hear that there is an emergency meeting, and you begin to gather in the Lunarium.
In the Lunarium, that's where we have
Mesh's
to get in with
body
our
was
key,
found.
right?
Yes, with your key. So each of you
Who
enter
has their key?
that way. Yeah.
Where's the
I have it this time.
Yeah, Vorkax is holding it like
Yeah.
in front of him.
So as you enter, the Lunarium is a large black marble chamber. The floor seamlessly transitions into a semicircular table seating 12, resembling that of a crescent moon. The black marble on the table is trimmed with fine white ivory, and on this table, oh, that's not right. Sorry. I copied and pasted the last one, and it says there's a scale with a heart.
What?
Nobody's touched it.
The black marble on the table is trimmed with a fine white ivory, and there is a raven's head in the center of the floor, symbolizing the spirit bearer of Chorus and Chorus herself.
Do we have assigned seating?
I assume
There is
I assume
the assigned
I-
seat for the Scythe,
Yeah,
and everyone else can just sit
I assume
wherever.
I'm just like in the center of like the
Yes,
crescent.
yeah. It's a bigger chair. Yours is more like, instead of that white accent work, it's a golden accent. So it's a little larger than the other
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, so before we head into the room, I just go over to, I guess, you two and just feel like, ready for some answers finally?
Yes.
Now's the time. It has come.
Everyone is now here and is sitting in a chair.
Reganna, would you like to, I mean, you're the one who decided to call forth, like,
This emergency meeting.
Thank you, everyone, for heeding this message to come to the meeting. We appreciate every single one, but the of you that have arrived, and throughout this year, tensions arose. Things have not been answered, and I believe we all agree on getting answers, and that is why we are here. And I kind of like, as I'm talking to everybody, I kind of like turn my attention towards.
Yeah, so Vorkax kind of stands up and he's like, even without the call to a meeting, I would like to discuss with you the suspicions and the truth about Meshi's murder.
I would like to make sure that we are all given the truth. So I will cast Zone of Truth. So you see me put my hand onto the ground, and you see like the floor, like kind of like a handprint, kind of just glow as I touch the ground. So that's a charisma save. So go ahead and roll.
Is that all of us in the zone?
I do want at least Reganna.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
Well, you can also choose to not to accept it. You don't have to roll against it if you want to.
Yeah, you can choose to accept it, but I do want like someone
I'm
else
accepting
also
it.
to
Yeah.
like validate that this is up, so like everyone has that peace of mind.
I'm accepting it.
Yeah. So, do you want to be in the zone of truth as well?
Yes.
Okay. So just like stand. Where am I sitting?
Yeah, and as Ace is casting this, Vorkax is like, of course, like, you all deserve the truth, so I will, like, I'm not gonna fight
Yeah,
this or
okay, I'm
anything.
gonna like test it on. So you just like failed your save automatically. Okay. What's something? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like I assume we're sitting like somewhere around on that.
Yeah, you're at one of the chairs.
Yeah, well, we're
Can be
on
any of the
chairs, and
chairs.
like I guess I can just cast it, so like we're all in it, or like at least this half.
I'm pretty sure how you
I don't know
drew
how big
it.
it is.
I'm pretty
It
sure
says
how
the
you-
It's
dimensions on
70
it.
feet. So I don't think we're gonna be able to get everyone in it, but like definitely like this half of the table, like including.
Do you want me to get the other half?
I mean, we just need.
Oh.
We don't need to question the other Magi. We just need to question him. But I just need someone to verify.
We can say Reganna is sitting next to Vorkax.
Okay, yeah.
You're sitting next.
Okay, what's
To
something that
Vorkax.
we know is the truth that we can ask you?
Is this
Like-
is this what you're asking me?
No.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Was your former Magi Yuki and Juan?
Yes.
Well, why would you lie about that?
You're just gonna have to trust it, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what to
I
tell
mean,
you.
I mean, the other Magi can choose to like.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's okay.
So Vorkax kind of, he looks a little uneasy, like this is gonna be some hard information to dish out. He kind of stands up, puts his hands together, and so you all are here regarding the death of former Scythe Meshi and the suspicious instances of his murder. As the reigning Scythe and the only Magi present during last year's reaping, I want to confront you all and give you all the information that I have. I am well aware that my lack of communication and quietness about Meshi's death has made me look very suspicious. I am here today to clear my name and any rumors regarding my involvement in this murder. I have been withholding information because I do not want the people or the clan who the murderer was a part of to revolt or get uneasy. So I figured I would talk to the Magi all at once to clear any misinformation. It comes with a heavy heart, and it's very difficult to come out with this information, seeing as the night before the reaping, me and this person shared drinks and had a good time. The murderer of Meshi was in fact the Magi of Clan Yuki Antoine. When I found this information, it was hard for me to hear. It laid on my heart very heavy, and I didn't know if I should even come forward with this information. He and I spent the night before the reaping drinking and gambling and having a pleasant experience in time, but I had too much to drink that night. I had blacked out, and I guess during that time was when he went and committed the murder. It was hard for me to come face to face with this information, seeing as how much I looked up to Meshi. But I want to set the record straight with all of you Magi.
The eyes are all kind of shifting over to you, Reganna.
Not all of the eyes.
Okay. Yeah, wherever you're...
How did you get this information?
Well, seeing as me and all of the other Magi the night before the reaping had a similar meeting, people investigated, and Antoine did not hide his trail very, very well. And that is why in the final battle, I appeared to have fought very dishonorably. That was simply because this opponent was even more dishonorable and knew that the only chance they had of winning was to get rid of the reigning Scythe beforehand. So I felt it was my duty to not give them an honorable death, seeing as the crime that they perpetrated. Because not only did I personally look up to Meshi, and he was the reason I became a Magi, but so many of the clans respected him and looked up to him. So I felt it was my duty to not honor Antoine and to give him the death that he deserved, not the one he wanted.
I don't know about the other Magi, but we did look down into the Raven's Nest, and we did see you talking to Antoine. Can you tell us what that conversation was about?
Antoine was confessing his guilt to me, and I wanted to not believe it because of the time that we had spent together. But seeing as how he murdered the Scythe before me and the man I looked up to, I could not agree to what he was asking of me. He wanted to alliance and for me to yield in this competition so that he can reign Scythe. He was a very power-hungry man, and
I will not let you poison his name no more. That is enough.
you can attest to the fact that Zone of Truth has been cast and that none of us opposed to it.
I do not oppose to it.
I can tell a lie. I need to see if this is working. I cast it just as I was supposed to.
What's a lie you would like to try and tell?
Maybe something super basic.
Yeah. Like the sky is green.
Yeah.
There are no trees in the Raven's Nest, or whatever you want to do.
Or maybe you could say, like, it's an open air room that we're in.
Just something that's like super factual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to say like the sky's blue because I can't say the sky's green.
Well, I mean,
You try and say the
sky
sky is
isn't,
green,
stop
and
you.
you can't say it. Like you say the sky
Yeah,
is
that's
blue.
probably what I would.
and you feel like compelled magically to tell the truth.
So I would be like,
Did it
the
work?
sky is green.
Will you
You'd be like,
say that?
I can
you'd
try to say that,
and
but
then
I
you
can't
would
say
either
the sky's
stop or say blue.
Sky's blue.
It worked? Yeah.
The Zone of Truth is active,
active.
yes?
Yes. If I tried to mention that the sky is of a different color, but compelled me to say the truth. But
So
I
the Zone of Truth is
But
active.
the sky is gray this morning.
No, Seto Chimera speaks up and says, I always knew it was Antoine, honestly, personally. Keela actually came back to her quarters the night before the reaping and said herself that she felt off by Antoine.
I can see why now. At the time,
I-
he was
yeah.
very convincing, and I did not want to believe it, but
Yeah.
can I?
he seemed like such an honorable
Inside.
and decent man.
Were you inside him?
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
24.
He's not telling the truth.
Yeah, well, obviously. But Do you all not see that he is not telling the truth? He is not the one.
I dropped the zone of truth, and I don't like it. It worked for you. I don't understand.
Yeah, I understand that you're close to your friend, but like the zone was up.
It was not Antoine. The evidence was there. Hans was the one that woke him from his slumber, getting drunk with him that night. How could he have killed Meshi when he was passed out at the tent?
One of the things that Keela told me was that you were snug as a bug in a rug.
Keela was a very honorable
and not
woman.
very hungover. Yeah, and she was. Keela wouldn't lie to me.
Keela was the one that murdered Meshi.
You're
That is
unbelievable. Just because you're hurt,
insane
you're not going to
accusation.
attack a strong Magi woman. Just because you're hurt that your friend did it, and you're just going to deflect the blame like that? That's dishonorable.
I will tell you what's dishonorable. Betraying love. And that's what Keela did with Meshi. Betrayed his love and killed him. Just like what this man is doing right now.
You keep running your mouth, I'm going to close it in the reaping, boy.
As much as I did
I'm
not want to
super
believe
confused.
it, and as much as I had trusted Antoine, even though I only knew him for a little more than a night, I thought I could trust him, and it broke my heart when I found out the news.
Show us the evidence, and we will believe you. What evidence is there that Antoine did this?
The only evidence I can provide you is that Zone of Truth was cast and no one had fought it.
Can I do a sleight of hand to also cast the Zone of Truth?
You may.
That was terrible.
Okay. You
But-
still cast it.
Yeah, I
so
still
what's
cast
the
it.
check?
15.
Of charisma?
The only evidence the Zone of Truth provides is that you believe
I passed.
that Antoine
You feel him resist it.
killed him.
He is resisting my magic of the Zone of Truth. He is
already
obviously
answered in the zone.
lying.
Morta kind of stands up at this point. He's been very silent.
Did
at
he
this
not
point.
resist yours? Could you not have felt that he resisted
He
yours?
failed it just like everyone else.
Can't we just...
Everyone in the zone failed it. Like you can tell when people fail it.
Insight.
Sure, yeah.
That is a 26.
Okay. Wait, roll something or?
You did.
Oh, okay. Can I cast Zone of Truth on myself?
Sure.
Well, I guess you wouldn't know. You can. I step
He
into your
incited you
zone of truth.
regardless. So
I step into your zone of truth. So, and I voluntarily fail. I don't like.
you still have to tell what he incited, though.
Oh, what did he incite?
He got in 26 on insight. Or what were you inciting?
That you're lying about
Specifically.
him. Like I'm trying to insight to see if you know that he's lying.
But I know that he's lying.
Yeah, what he's saying right now
I
to
don't
everybody of
look
accusing
surprised.
Antoine.
I don't look surprised about what he said. Like I'm not like this is. I can't believe that this is what he would say.
My stars and garters.
Yeah. Like I don't look surprised. I
You
guess.
you set me up.
What do you set you up? How?
Can't we just wait like 8 hours and kill each other?
I
That's more.
You
I am perfectly content to just leave it in the Raven's Nest as we have every other year.
Yeah.
I'm
You
perfectly
are-
okay with
angry.
settling this in the reaping.
That
I just felt the
Antoine
Magi
took-
deserve to know the truth.
I appreciate
Your
the truth. It
Magi's
did come a little
life.
late, but
when
I
would
appreciate
I
it.
have the time to do this? When would I have the time to plot against you? I was with Drenn last night.
Drenn's gonna leave. This is pointless. They're liars. We will settle this.
I was with Drenn. People
Right, Drenn storms out, opening the doors swiftly.
I do take a moment to admire these trees.
But damn, these trees are good.
Ooh, Drenn's gonna
I mean ask
Like-
where you go.
hate dance. There's like a montage of
like
punch dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
okay, like a fat Footloose.
Yeah.
Like Footloose in the warehouse?
yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so like I'm gonna continue talking to Reganna in the zone of truth, and I like I said, I was with Drenn last night. People saw me go back to my quarters.
Were you ever with Vorkax at any point during the day?
And people saw me last night. People saw me go home.
Did you save? You were willing.
They
were willingly. They're telling the truth.
Like, you can ask.
You're
vendors
not.
out.
You're avoiding
You
the
can
question.
The vendors.
I'm leaving. Mordo walks out.
You can ask the vendors last night on this path. This is the path that I took, and I what is the word? I described the path that I took.
Antoine was not a killer. He was not
If there is
a
no other
murderer.
debate, I
This
request
man
all Magi leave the Lunarium.
is a liar.
As reigning Scythe of Ptakan.
So
His dishonor when he yielded.
You were not there. You do not know what you speak of.
Vorkax is getting catty.
yeah. So as you issue the command to like disperse, Seto willingly is like, yeah, I'm out. I can't stand this motherfucker anymore. Moto and Fudo also leave. Ori leaves. Grunt Bashal is just kind of sitting back and like grinning and just like he's just waiting. Yeah. And then Korvax is also just kind of sitting there.
Fuck.
Head down.
I also leave.
Okay.
I storm out.
Vorkax stands up very abruptly and demandingly. I am leaving. There is no further discussion to be had. I have told you what happened that night, and I have no more information to give you. And he leaves.
All right. Reganna, is there anything you wish to do in the Lunarium after Vorkax is left?
My character would probably break down and cry.
As you do that, Bashal goes, oh, and then stands up and leaves. But Joe, who is also kind of staying there, kind of like averts her eyes and leaves. And Korvax kind of comes over to you and sits next to you and doesn't touch you or anything, doesn't look you in the eye, but says, I'm sorry.
Do you believe what he says?
No. It was dishonorable.
Why did you not stand?
You know why.
When you stand for honor.
I also stand for the people I love. And look, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't say anything. Truly, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to stand for the person that I love.
So you should understand. If Anton told a bold-faced lie to everyone in this room, would you just out them right then and there in front of everybody that is going to try and kill them tomorrow night?
We are all part of one God. I wouldn't be by his side.
Am I by his side?
Are you talking about your brother?
Yeah, am I by the side of my brother? Or did I leave for another clan? I don't disagree with you. I was complicit in that. But I did it for love, the same thing that you're fighting for. And if you can't accept that, that's totally fine. I understand. Because I see you're hurt, and justifiably so. But I can't hurt the ones I love.
So what will you do in this coming battle?
I hope to restore whatever honor my family has left.
And what of Meshi?
She's gone.
You
It's time
don't
we accept
believe anything that he said?
I believe in most. I think there's steps that need to be taken before Ptakan is ready to unify, and it needs to be with a person of Meshi's caliber. Meshi worked on unifying Ptakan for 7 years. We're not going to do it in one.
But we can do it together. No one can match Meshi. But if we work together, we can match his level. With you, with Drenn.
Or we could just...
I don't know even who to trust anymore.
Look, I'll be honest with you because I wasn't honest before. I'm not sold on a united Ptakan. I think it's a beautiful concept, and I wouldn't fight it. But I think the system we have now keeps the most people safe, and the most people happy. Someone's always going to be hurt. But as long as we, the Magi, maintain honor, I believe the least damage will be done
It's
to our
honor
people.
not to bring liars
Correct.
to justice.
It is.
Am I a liar?
Not that I know of, no. I agree with you. My brother's a liar, and my brother is dishonorable. I don't know what else to tell you. I seek to reclaim honor for Ptakan, for Kiwan, for Gon, for Marik, for Taya, for Trist, for Joe. I seek honor for everybody, but we need a foundation. And I truly just wanted to apologize for my brother, and because no one else was comforting you, and obviously I feel I am to blame for some of this. But I just want to assure you that I'm not my brother, and I hope I can show you that honor still exists in my family.
I get up and I reach my hand out for a shake.
He shakes your hand as well.
It seems like there's no more to say.
Yeah. If you need more time alone, I can leave and you can have the room. Okay. See ya. He awkwardly walks out of the Lunarium, leaving you two.
Dude, just to think about like last time, this was just a funny like haha.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder who did it, and now we're like,
Fuck.
yeah, we're like all of us have had like an emotional like moment.
Yeah. So we'll give Reganna time to recover. What do the rest of you want to do with your limited time?
Vorkax is gonna be resting and worrying about his brother. I don't think there's much else that he can do.
You don't want to talk to anybody?
If somebody approaches me, like I won't be like hiding away.
Sure.
But I will not be approaching anybody myself.
Okay, good to know. All right, yeah, Drenn, who do you want to speak with first?
After punch dancing my feelings,
Sure.
my head straight, yeah, I'm gonna hunt down Ace.
All right, where are you, Ace?
I left the Lunarium. I guess I would just be like walking around the city.
Okay. After a few minutes, you'd be able to find them because you left pretty soon after they left. So
Yeah.
I'd
after
first go to the
circling
villa
around-
and ask
Yeah.
around.
Okay, they would say they haven't come back, and probably like as you're walking out, you see them in the street.
Okay.
You're able to catch up with them. Do you guys want to head outside? Are you guys gonna be okay? If you hang out outside, but yeah, if you guys could hang outside.
I'm sneaking around and trying to follow Ace.
Okay, roll stealth.
I did. I roll a 19 plus 9.
Okay.
Can I perception that shit?
It's passive since you didn't notice it coming.
Funny.
Yeah.
Do I not need to know?
Not yet. I might give you an opportunity at some point, but yeah. So Eric, you can just go out.
Drenn's gonna ask if we could go somewhere.
Roll perception for me
private.
as well.
Sure. Is there a place that works for you, or?
Where in the city would there be like, I don't know, a tavern or somewhere
Any
where
of
we
your
could go and
villas
I
get?
can
have-
also
Maybe
just go to my
tavern?
villa.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay.
Yeah, I lead Drenn to the villa.
Ooh, and
follow
Drenn's
them.
just seething the whole time.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
You follow them to the. You won't go into your room.
Or just like my place.
Yeah, got you. So you follow them into the villa, and they go into their room and close the door behind them. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this.
Does this count as one of my conversations with someone?
No, it's his.
Okay.
Well, you
I don't
no.
know.
Well, you each get to talk to each other once. So this is your
Oh.
conversation with.
I
Drenn.
get to pick someone else.
You get to pick every single person at the table. You can do Drenn,
Oh,
Reganna, and Vorkax.
we can all talk to each other
But
once?
you only want. So this is one for both of you for each
Okay.
other. So you won't be able to talk to each other again until the reaping. By the way, in the reaping, you can talk before you fight. You don't have to just like, it's not just like fight. Like you can,
What happened
Wait,
in the Lunarium? What
I
happened?
cast some truth. Like,
I know. Why did it not work?
I don't know. This has never happened before. I mean, maybe it's because my I hate to say this, but like my faith in course is a little shaky due to losing gore last year, and maybe this is her way to punish me. I don't understand.
Did you believe his lies?
I don't believe him more than I believe you, but I still am not sure on who did it. Like I
What
believe
do you
that he-
believe?
I mean, Four was just so certain that it was Oris. Like, she was so certain, but she was certain of everything. But it's hard for me to question her judgment.
I understand. What does your judgment say?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't get to see any of the crime scene. I wasn't allowed in the room. I just heard from Four, and Four said that Meshi was killed by some type of psychic ability, and that his chest was ripped open, and that there was a plan to unite Ptakan that Meshi was talking about, and I know that she sensed that Oris wasn't for that plan, and I guess that's what drew her to that conclusion. But like, I just, having that information, I can only draw that same conclusion. I don't know.
What do you believe about a united Ptakan?
I believe that it is a nice thought, but I just don't know if it would work or if we could get enough people to support that. I mean, people are set in their ways. Like you've seen year after year, we do the same thing. We've trained all our lives for this. That's not something you can reverse in a year. I want to believe, but I need some hope that could ever be a possibility.
What happened in the Lunarium further drove a wedge between all of us. And now I question whether we can have a united Ptakan.
I think that was the consensus of the people that Meshi brought into the plan. I think it's a very delicate plan, and I think that every instance that we can't trust one another is one that drives that plan farther and farther back. And the terrible thing of it is that's how our society works. We're divided. We are different clans. We fight one another every year.
Maybe our society doesn't work. And Drenn starts to leave.
Okay. Drenn asked what happened. You heard mumbling then that Ace's faith in Chorus is shaky and maybe she was punished. You heard more mumbling. Drenn asked, what do you believe happened? Ace said that they still believe Oris did it because they trust. They also expressed that Four said that Meshi was killed by psychic attack. Drenn asked about a united Ptakan. Ace said that it was a tall task, essentially, that it would be tough, but it's a nice idea. And Drenn said that they, too, are beginning to question if a united Ptakan is possible. And then you heard Drenn start to walk towards the door.
I mean, I have a pretty good stealth. I don't know if you... I'm just kidding.
All right, so you're gonna like retreat back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do. You walk your way outside, and Drenn, you open the door, and there's no one there. Well, what does everyone want to do next? So I don't know. I can pull them in and then kick them out. I guess you got to choose. So we'll go. Ace, what do you want to do next? You have two choices.
I not have a game if I go to this person.
You can ask people to leave if you.
I'll go out.
Okay.
I'm still
I
trying
guess.
to follow Ace.
You're gonna still follow Ace?
Yeah. Do I need to?
You'll see where they go when they have to. Well, it depends on what happens. For now, you can stay, but the other two. Sorry, Eric.
I have to leave again?
Yeah.
It says that he's following.
Not yet. You rolled like a 27 or something. I'll have you roll another one.
That's fine.
do
I cast and pass without a trace on me, so I had that
Okay.
for a whole hour.
Go ahead and roll it again then.
Roll in here. I want to see it.
All right, critical roll.
Critical roll.
It's fair enough.
Well, I did roll 13.
So-
trace though.
No, that's 11, 21.
21.
Yeah,
Jesus.
21
That's
was
the
past-
lowest. Well,
21
other
was
than
past
crit
without a
damage.
trace.
All right, yeah, go ahead and you can take your dice back.
Yep.
You can roll again just because it was a 2.
I mean, I rolled a 13 over here, so I'm just saying.
Come on. 11 or higher. 11 or higher. Do you want me to roll in there?
Yeah, do it. Do roll in there, yeah.
Fuck! That one!
Nat 1. Yeah.
Oh, 2 and a nat 1?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is getting really intense. It's very emotional, yeah. Lines have been crossed.
So confident.
Okay,
You
so
don't even notice me.
yeah, you're
I'm
good
not
to go.
confident. I'm terrified.
You said 13 on the perception, right?
Do you want me to roll for perception?
Yeah, just for now. We'll see if it comes into play, because
That was terrible.
Jesus Christ.
10.
Those dice are betraying you. You spent so much money. All right.
Set the plan.
Set to a climb. Okay. Yeah. So you go to the villa.
Does he leave and then you tell him what he hears?
No, because it's not muffled right now.
Oh, well, I do want to like go somewhere.
Yeah, we'll get. That's what I'm saying. We'll get to that when. What'd you roll for perception?
It was a 10 total.
Okay. You go to the villa, and their Haraja explains to you they're not there. They like to go outside.
Oh wait, I wanted to do something, but I can't preemptively do it.
Okay. They say they went outside. They like to be outside in the trees to meditate before the reaping. So that's probably where you'd find them.
Oh right. They're by the Raven's Nest?
No, they're outside the
Oh,
walls. They said.
Yeah, I didn't hear. I just wanted to pretend like I was.
Yeah. You did not pretend well.
So I go and find her. I see her. Yes.
Go ahead and roll perception.
And now I wants to fucking roll well. 23.
You find her, and you also spot Reganna tailing you.
I pretend like that's not where I was going.
Okay.
Or that I would like to go out the gate and just kind of like talk to my people, like my clan that's outside the gate.
Okay, you do that.
And
Reganna,
just
you see
be
them
like,
talking
Hey, how are you
to their
all
people.
doing? Like, I'm gonna kind of give them the rundown. I'm like, this is what Vorkax said. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just we called a meeting. Like, this is just like kind of what we heard.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of informing my people.
Sure. You have good conversations.
Yeah.
Until they tell me otherwise.
Okay.
I'm very suspicious of you at this moment.
Fuck. What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Blast them!
Can I try and lose her? Is there a way to lose her?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
You don't need this.
I guess roll stealth. And then I'll have you roll
Perception?
investigation.
Wouldn't it be perception though? Because I'll just be.
Well,
We're looking for me.
yeah, you're like actively searching for them because they'll dip out of your sight. There's a lot of like ins and outs and tents, so it'd be investigation
Survival?
on this one. If you want
To, like,
track
try to
their
track them?
tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
11 plus 7 would be 18.
What'd you get? Okay.
25.
All right, you follow their tracks, and then just the amount of footprints and the hustle and bustle of the outside area just.
She's
can't-
good. She's good.
Yeah,
All right,
so-
I'll step out.
Yep.
I'll
a good
head
run.
over to Drenn.
You're going over to Drenn?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do yours next.
Yeah, so like I definitely check, make sure I lost them.
Yeah, you seem like you lost them.
I would like to circle back. I would like to cast invisibility while I get there, like on my way there, just to not attract his vision. The circling back, so I like hop into an alley.
Oh,
invisibility
gotcha.
on myself,
Okay.
And then just circle back to where I was
Sure.
originally. And then once I did see.
Yes, so you see Seto Chimera, and she is spotted up in the nook of a tree, meditating. Around her, you see in the branches these blooming flowers surrounding them on an otherwise barren tree. The flowers are mostly black-thorned roses.
Okay. So I would like to, as I get closer, like uninvisible myself. So
Okay.
just drop invisibility. And then I would like to walk up to her. Is she doing anything?
She's just meditating.
Kind of like
You see a
for
few
second,
more
see if she,
blooms
like,
slowly
oh, things
open.
are blooming?
Yeah.
That's cool. I kind of like, like I don't want to like,
I know you're there, and she says with her eyes closed.
oh, hi, I was just, wondering if you would like to have a discussion after, the heated situation this morning.
Not really, but we might as well. They open their eyes and hop down very nimbly.
Can I insight anything about their emotional state right now? Besides the general annoyance that I just disturbed there.
Sure, go ahead and say.
Okay. Dirty 20.
They're not like mad at you. They just obviously like saw their best friend essentially get attacked and dragged through the mud. A friend who they don't think is the murderer. So like by the person that they do think is the murderer,
Which is
Antoine.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So and that
I
was
wrote that down.
and you also with that inside roll would know like that was their suspicion going into this. So like it really was confirmation for them.
I think we should talk somewhere a little more privately.
all right, hold on, let me. And she just kind of turns around and like waves her arms, and you see these roots from the trees start to spread and form like a cocoon around you, Groot style. And she's like, I mean, this is about as safe as any other room we could find.
That is definitely impressive.
Yep, well, I'm sure you can do some things too.
Just don't encounter very many spellcasters. It's nice to see someone also appreciate the art.
Yeah.
Right, let's get into the heart of the matter. Obviously, we finally got an answer out of Vorkax. I think that's...
Took him long enough.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't know why he wouldn't say something sooner.
Still don't think he's off the hook for me personally, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do think he still has things to answer for, and it just doesn't seem like his reasoning for keeping that to himself for as long as he did is really enough to justify.
Doesn't make sense.
He did say it was Antoine. Did that surprise you, or?
No, not at all. So one of the things me and Kayla talked about was that she expressed to me that she thought Antoine was the murderer. She said Vorkax was a close second because of the K incident. I'm sure you've heard about that. It was kind of a joke amongst some of us, but no, a lot of people, or not a lot of people, Kayla, it's directly expressed to me that, Antoine was the weirdest one. He was a little excited, like, was really getting a kick out of the whole murder thing.
Or also express that to me, so
Yeah.
it is odd.
Yeah, so as little as I trust Vorkax, I definitely had assumed Antoine was the one anyways. I wasn't gonna like put it on his Haraja because I don't think that's fair. Like if there was, roles were reversed, I wouldn't want that neither. So I didn't want to address them directly about it, but they just started dragging Keela through the mud just because they were upset that they didn't know that their friend betrayed them like that.
That is understandable.
I could never.
Well, it's understandable that you would not.
Oh, okay. I thought
Not Reganna. I think Reganna was way out of line, and I know that it must be hard to have your former Magi, the person that trained you, be accused of such a murder.
You'd think they'd have the empathy to understand that,
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tough situation. Like, fingers have been pointed since it took so long for an answer, and
Of course.
I feel like I should tell you just because I feel like you are being unfairly thrown under the bus by carriage the carriage by multiple Magi.
Multiple?
I mean, I had a discussion with Reganna earlier, and Reganna didn't believe that Antoine did it, and was really convinced that it was Keela. And I think that this was his suspicion before any of this happened.
Well, what do you mean by multiple? Because I know he's talking shit out his mouth, but
He had mentioned that he had talked to another, and I had also spoken to Drenn of the Trist clan.
Trist.
And Drenn is very convinced that the only person with the means to kill Meshi was Keela.
That's
And
ridiculous.
I just find that hard to believe considering what we were told this morning.
Yeah, no, that's and Han too. Like the Magi, like Haraja of Han, like Han they were best friends. Like he should have known better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what swayed him in that direction,
Jesus.
but
What's
Drenn
going on to our country?
I mean, Drenn definitely seems very dead set on the murderer being Keela.
We have to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like a lot of accusations are being thrown your way despite what the Scythe is, the Scythe has decided to tell us this morning.
Well, what is it that you truly want? Because you didn't just come out here to toot my horn.
How much do you know about Meshi's murder? Do you know why that happened? Or, like, you know the motivation?
I know-
What were you told?
I know about the scales. I don't know if you've heard, but Marquise was the one who kind of did the display. Keela kind of thought maybe it was, to make him look bad so that she'd get with him. He always kind of had a crush on her. It was harmless until then, but Keela assured me it wasn't. He didn't kill him, and I believe that because he was kind of a little wimp of a man. But yeah, that's what I know. I know about that. I know Antoine killed him too. So
So, you just believe that this was a crime of passion?
I mean, I think the stuff after Meshi died, yeah, and I would love to get my hands on that son of a bitch. But for right now, I'm just glad we know who done it.
Do you know why Antoine did it? Did you have a theory as to why?
I always just assumed that it was all about power. I thought, Antoine was 2 steps away from winning. I think, there's still some unanswered questions and whatnot, but, I'd understand why anyone did it, truly, to get that Scythe spot. We all had motive.
Yeah, it's a coveted spot,
Sure.
obviously. Yeah, I just, decided to let you know, to share this kindness and hope that kindness would be returned.
The reaping, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily an allyship. It is still a fight with honor, but
Sure. I'll tell you what, I was initially against the idea. I actually spoke with Morta earlier. We share a distrust of, men. So I thought I'd loop you in on this. I didn't say yes to her, but after the whole Antoine and Reganna thing, I don't know, maybe it is best us women watch each other's backs.
at the very least to prevent a similar
Yeah,
fiasco as last year.
and that's what Morta expressed to me too. I don't know if you plan on talking to them today, but they expressed to me, we're not gonna fuck each other up.
Yeah,
Was her words, but
sounds like more.
yeah. But they just were kind of like, let's keep an eye out. If we run into any other alliances, we help each other until those alliances are taken out, and then we continue with honor. Since some of the people here seem to not have it.
I agree. I think this is a step in the right direction in regaining the honor that was very lacking last year.
True. So I'm not gonna just tell you that I'll lie with you out of the blue, but I will tell you I'll think about it, and I hear you.
I think that's, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, sufficient. I think that's sufficient.
Well, seems like we have an accord.
I shake hands.
They reach up to shake your hand.
Oh, she's weird.
Yeah, she's a halfling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I figured.
She goes, here, have a flower. Hands you one of those black thorned roses.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And she opens up the branch bubble, and you're free to leave.
I do so.
All right. Now, where are you at, Drenn? Where did you, after the Lunarium?
So I went to visit Ace, and then after that, kind of stormed off and probably went to observe the trees and think. So I'm probably, is there like an open area where we can look down on the Raven's Nest and see?
Yeah, so you can actually see, they're already preparing the stages that you guys, they put the pyres on to signify when you die or yield. So you can actually sit on the one that's already been, or one of the ones that have already been set up there. So you can just sit on the edge and just kind of dangle your feet if you want, off the edge, looking into the pit.
Anyway, that's where I'd be.
Okay. So you're able to walk around for a little bit and see Drenn hanging out on the wall of the Raven's Nest.
I approach Drenn.
I'm going to be lost in thought, so I'm probably not going to notice when you come up until you're right there.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You approach Drenn.
I am curious why you did not provide the evidence that Han gave you that supports that Antoine was not the murderer.
The only evidence he gave was his word. No more evidence than we have of Anton being the murderer. In that room, something was happening. I don't know if it was a conspiracy. In that room, there were people who did not care about the truth, and any truth that would have been presented would have been taken apart. I don't know how Vorkax avoided the spell. I don't know if he had some mystical assistance, but I am ready to remove him from the throne.
We are all ready to remove him from the throne. That is not where my concerns lie right now. My concerns lie on the betrayal of friends I thought I had. And you are good with your tongue. It is hard to believe you, but I ask one thing of where does Ace fit in this picture? And I advise you that you do not lie to me no more.
I have not lied to anyone. I don't know. I don't trust Ace.
What did you talk about?
How do you know
I
we
followed.
talked? Why would I trust you?
I followed merely for Ace, and you were there. I have suspicion on Ace, so you can assume that I would have suspicion on you for me trying to tell Ace. Ace was the first who I thought would understand.
I too thought Ace understood.
I think revenge clouds her judgment. With all of the information given to the Haraja, I wouldn't see why she would also think that it was Antoine that did the deed.
Why would she accept that?
She obviously thinks it's still, what's his name? Oric?
Oris.
Oris.
That's what she told me
They
as
just
well.
think it's Oris. But through our interactions and our own individual investigations, and from what our Magi have told us, it leads to Keela.
I saw Keela murder Han. I watched it.
with brain damage, and there was brain damage with Meshi.
Of course. I don't know what leverage Vorkax has over Ace.
If that's the case, and if that's what you believe, that Vorkax has a leverage over Ace, I would like for you to have me have my back while I take care of him as soon as we can.
I will work with you in the arena.
Insight.
Wait. Raven's Nest.
Yeah, there is. That's
Yeah.
16 plus 7, so that's 23.
whatever you think he deserves.
Drenn is 100% earnest
Okay.
in this situation. Like, yeah, they're not trying to hide
Okay.
anything.
Right. I do have one more just big thing that I do want to say. Just bear with me. You talk about, everybody here talks about honor, but seems that their honor leads to their selfish ambitions. No one holds true. How will I know that you have my back?
By how we behave in the Raven's Nest. When we survive and we complete this test, we will yield to each other.
You think everybody here will yield to each other? They all claim that they're the best ones to take the throne. That they're the ones to lay the right foundation. Yet the only person to do that was Meshi. The only way we can match or be Meshi is not through ourselves and put that weight on our own shoulders, but share that weight with each other's. That is what Antoine would have done. I knew his heart.
Drenn reaches out to take your arm in the warrior's grip.
And Reganna answers that warrior's grip handshake.
You will see in the raven's nest how I behave, and that is how you will know.
Man with a plan. I like it. Okay, I'm good.
All right, I'll. Who do you want to talk to next?
Before we finish, do you know if any magical or mystical art that Vorkax could use to avoid being truthful within Ace's zone of truth? Or within yours?
Would I know?
You do recall that he resisted your zone of truth.
Yeah. Would I know, like, an item?
Go ahead and roll a history check. Or Arcana.
Neither are good. But I rolled a 15 plus 1.
You're sure an item like that exists, but no, you're not. You didn't see anything that looked different. I mean, maybe you always had it, but it doesn't seem plausible. That seems like very unlikely that that would have been what it was. What the issue was.
As of what I know of Vorkax through Antoine, is that Vorkax is not that type of man to have found a magical item where I've used that in a way. There has to be a different way that he was able to evade both our zone of truth.
Could he have been convinced that that's what he believes? Do you have a way to restore his memory?
Is there a way to restore memory?
Can I make? I mean,
you could do.
I don't have
history,
any arcana or history.
Whatever one's higher, you can pick. History or.
What about sleight of hand?
Unfortunately, no.
Does that work?
What about arcana?
You can do Arcana.
I've got really bad arcana, but I do have advantage on those.
All right, go for it.
14 or 13.
Okay. You know there are spells that modify memory. You don't know if that was involved. You don't know if there's a spell to regain it.
Do I know if there's like potion dealer or like some way to get that ability?
No. Not. That was the limitation of your knowledge on the subject, unfortunately.
Perfect. Okay. Reganna, I have an idea. I'm going to speak with Vorkax.
Do you want me there?
If you were to listen in,
I would be able to do that.
I would not expose you. One more way to prove my honor. But I think that's what I'm about to do.
You gonna go to Vorkax?
I'm
Are
going
you
to
following?
go talk to Vorkax, and as a DM,
Mm-hmm.
let me know if this is something.
Yeah.
So when I go talk to him, I've got these ideas in my mind that there's something going on. Something, either he's under some sort of compulsion to believe that he is telling the truth, or that his mind has been
Altered.
yes,
Okay.
to believe that what he's saying is true.
Sure.
So I'm going to be looking for anything out of the ordinary. and looking for an opportunity to take something from him. If he has like, I don't know, a ring or something, I may try to remove that from his person.
Okay.
To see what that does.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. All right. Did you want to stealthily follow behind, or?
Yeah. Let me
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
roll stealth. How long has it been?
It probably would have. I think it's been more than 10 minutes. So.
Okay. Well, 15 plus 9,
Yeah.
24.
Okay. You follow behind. You think you're hidden.
As I approach, can I do like a, what would it be?
You can do an
Perception?
investigation to see. Well, what are you looking for specifically? I guess.
I'm just trying to see like anything out of the ordinary, either on your person or in the area.
Go roll investigation.
Can I just have like, I'm just trying
No.
to.
you sure this would
Like,
be
should I roll perception? Because I'm trying to also like.
If you're looking for a specific,
Are you
if you're
sure this
searching
wouldn't
for
be
what
like-
he's searching for, it's investigation.
No, like just more, just like I just want to generally like hear what's happening in a way.
Oh, you're close. You can get
16.
close enough, and it's in an open space, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
not.
It's not as good as I thought it was.
Can
No,
I,
it's not.
Can I
13.
16.
16.
just make sure like
was
I'm
really
aware
hoping
of
it
people
would be a
behind me and
perception
around
check.
me to see if there's.
Okay, you can roll perception for that.
Yeah.
So you do not see anything
Natural
in terms
20.
of accessories. I'll let you know if anyone comes up. You don't know anything in terms of accessories or like any markings or no magical effects that you can tell.
Well, I'm going to approach. Yeah, and I'm going to ask again, how did you know it was Antoine?
So, like I said before, it was a collective effort of all of the Magi to investigate the death of Meji. Or Meshi. I combined Magi and Meshi.
Meji the Meji.
Yeah. We were all heartbroken when we found out, obviously, as everyone, including myself, looked up to Meshi. So it was just a group effort. I did not play the biggest role in discovering the evidence. This was just what was brought to my attention by fellow Magi, or smarter and more clever than I, who had found this evidence and presented it to the rest of us.
What was the evidence?
They didn't provide much physical evidence. I just had the word of a large number of the other Magi who outweighed the rest of the Magi in terms of sheer numbers, and I had no reason to suspect ill intent if that many Magi were involved. So I had no reason to not trust the word of these honorable leaders of their clans.
What did Han tell you?
Which one is on?
Han was the Trist, the androgynous Goliath.
He was really
He was
Han.
missing.
Oh yeah, it was.
He was missing the first night.
Yeah, Han wasn't too involved in the investigation, seeing as he'd been gone the night of the murder.
You do recall he'd been on the receiving end of a lot of interrogation that day.
Yeah, I, as well as many others, had questioned him because of his absence during that first night. I was intoxicated, so I did not have much room to ask questions, but I felt it was suspicious of his absence.
What of Keela?
Keela was one of the people who informed me of Antoine's guilt. Seeing as close as she was to Meshi, I would have no reason to suspect ill intent from her. And if she says that it was Antoine, I'm inclined to believe her.
Thank you for your honesty and forthrightness. I reach out my hand to shake yours.
I'll shake it.
Okay. I'm totally going to do a sleight of hand and just like dip into the pocket and just see what's going on.
Okay, go ahead.
That's bad. Good thing I have
Advantage.
That's a lot better.
34.
34? Yeah, you're able to get. I mean, what would he find in your pockets?
I mean, I don't know, just my weapons,
Some
I
lint.
guess. Yeah.
Some lint.
Just shit I normally carry on me. Nothing.
Chicken bone. You know.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave it there.
Okay. If you and. Well, You wanted to go talk to
Korvax.
so
So I can,
you
I can
at
take
least
my,
go.
I can take my turn now, or I can wait.
I'm gonna
Somebody
do it
else.
now.
Okay.
Reganna, do you want to follow?
Yeah, I'll probably follow.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
All right, so just you.
I
then.
feel like Drenn might also follow.
If you want to follow, roll stealth.
Put up my hood when I'm out of
Right.
line of sight,
And
and
your
then
advantage. Is that what it is?
I think so.
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
No, total, right? 19 total.
Advantage on stealth checks. Let's see, 13 or 11. So 18.
Okay. Yeah, you both are good.
I feel like Vorkax would not look around until he got to the location.
Okay.
So I'd definitely get followed until I at least get to wherever I assume Vorkax is.
So as soon as you get to the villa, you see Gargle outside, and they are like, I know, you're looking for your brother. He's outside south walls by the river where he likes staying out. You know the drill.
And then I'll talk to Gargle,
Okay.
and I'll tell him, like, I would like this to be a private conversation, so please don't follow if you...
Yeah, I wasn't going to. I have an orgy in like 5 minutes.
Right, you enjoy that. But thank you for letting me know where he is, and I'll,
Yeah.
walk off.
All right. And so you do that. You get to the southern gates.
And that's probably when I'll look
Okay.
around.
So go ahead and roll perception then.
I think 10, because I have a +1.
Okay, so no. So you're good. You're good to go. You open the gates and you can see in a similar spot that you've seen him before. It's this like thinking spot, just along the river, just kind of Troy Boltoning.
Wait, what?
You know, in High School Musical 2, when he's like singing "Bet on It" and he like looks into the reflection and it's like not his reflection. It's like a CGI like. It's a good show. It's a good movie. Anyway. Yeah, so you just see him like, inside of me, it's such a scary.
So I'll just sit next to him.
Oh, hey.
I'll sit next to him and kind of like, we'll sit in silence for a little bit.
Okay. So still seems to have the trouble of looking at us.
Yeah, I think I'm having trouble looking at him too.
Yeah.
And I'll tell him, if you are going to be in this reaping, I know that I will not be Scythe next year. I will not allow myself to fight you or to see you fall in combat.
I don't know if I can kill you though.
If we encounter each other in the Raven's Nest, I will not attack you and I will yield to you. If you wish to strike me down, I will not fight you back. If you wish to spare me, that is your choice alone.
Do you not realize when you make choices, the burden falls on both of us? And now you're placing another burden on me.
You know that I love you and I care about you, and I do not wish to put any burden on you, and any mistakes that I've made is my own, and I'm sorry that they have affected you the way they have. It is not my wish for any burden to be upon you.
I came back here thinking that, we'd restore the honor that I had started to believe that you had lost. And then when I come back, you've just fallen so much further.
I thought that I could live up to the legacy of Meshi, but soon after becoming Scythe, I knew that it was too far out of reach for me, and that I was not deserving of this position.
I just don't understand why you couldn't just live up to your own legacy. It would have been enough.
Vorkax is definitely like shedding some tears at this point. My biggest failure is disappointing my brother, and for that, I will forever be sorry. I don't want you to suffer for my mistakes. Of everyone in this reaping, you are definitely the most deserving. It's why I took you on as my Harasha.
Yeah.
Even though I knew that it was a dangerous position. You were the most deserving person I could ever imagine to become Scythe of Ptakan. And I'm sorry that I let you down.
I'm sorry too.
I want to try to hug him.
He lets you. But there's definitely
Yeah,
not
there's
a hug
definitely
back.
like some awkward tension.
Yeah.
I do not wish to see you fall tomorrow. And I wish you the best of luck. And I wish Chorus blessings upon you. I love you, Korvax. when I get up to walk away.
As you start walking away, he's silent, and then you get about 10 feet, and he goes, I love you too, Vorkax. Bet on it, bet. All right.
That's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
Drenn's also crying.
Who would you like to talk to as your final interaction?
I just want to get like the vibe. I just want to know what kind of vibe.
If you want to walk around the city and just like try and check on everybody, like visually, I'll let you roll a general insight, and then if the higher the number, the more classes I'll give you, because I think that's what you're looking for, right? You want to know their classes?
Well, I really just want to know how Relko is feeling about the display. Like, did I catch any of that? Can I roll an insight for like
About
or
what
is
display?
the
Lunarium?
Lunarium
Okay.
this morning?
Sure. If you want to do that, it's specific. You can do one person. So if you want
Yeah, I
to do
just want to know about.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. This is insight.
Mm-hmm.
22.
They seem unshaken. They seem as confident as they were before. Like it didn't even faze them.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Morta.
Okay. So you head over to the Rex Villa as the first point of contact to look for someone. And directly outside in the pit, usually reserved for the livestock and like horses and things like that.
I'm also checking behind me every so often just because of what happened last time.
Yeah. Okay. You go ahead and roll perception, I guess.
Okay. Damn. 29.
Yeah, you look around so good that you break reality and you see yourself at a table and you see no one else sitting in the chairs and you just sitting with the DM and you're like, oh, I'm safe. So Morta is in that pit and they're kind of just like wrestling with their Haraja, just doing some like combat mechanics and just practicing light sparring, which light sparring to them is a real fight. But like they look like they're not angry or anything.
So if there's no one else to address, I could just walk up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, Rex Morta. Rex?
Yeah, what's up?
I was just wondering if you want to go for a chat.
Yeah, I guess. And they kind of go over and then they gather their like little like furred vest, put it on, and then they head over and they grab a book that they had along with their stuff and start following you. The villa's right next there, so you can just go inside if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. She just sits down at a table and like waves over the barkeep, who brings over 2 flagons.
I take a polite sip of my flagon. I'm not really an alcohol person. But
I'll have it. She reaches over, just grabs it from you.
I don't fight her on that.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, obviously this would be done with much more finesse, but since we're on a time crunch, I spoke to Seto Chimera.
Yep. What about it? She starts reading the book while you're talking.
Like, I heard that we're not really trusting the men to run this clan, run the city. I mean, you saw the disgusting display last year. Really just a mockery of why we do what we do. But we did have a short conversation and, talks. We had, a little chat about maybe a type of agreement to take care of the problems before we decide to fight one another.
No, she just came around, huh?
Yeah, I mean, she said she was a little on the fence, but it seemed like she was leaning towards fixing the problems we have with the current state of Huan before we decide to return this fight to a fight of honor.
Sure.
So does that idea seem to interest you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather kill the men first and then we can kill each other after.
I think that is a great idea.
All right, you turn on me or Chimera, I'm gonna kill you.
I mean, not before we decide to fight each other, but I don't have any problem with killing the men first.
Sure. Whatever.
All right, sounds good. Can I insight?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Okay. 23.
Yeah, they'll kill the men first. Or they'd rather. What they said was they'd rather kill the men first, and that was true.
Can I inside if she has a little crush on Chimera because it seemed like she was very defensive about.
Sure.
Do I roll again?
Yeah.
Not this good. 17.
She likes dick. You can just tell.
They
When they're reading, their wrist isn't very limp. It's very firm
They're very
wrist.
straight vibe.
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, I think that's an agreement we can come to. I definitely think that we need to get rid of the problem, and the problem seems to be the low men in the group. So great talking to you. I guess see you in the reading,
Yep.
and I will leave.
Okay.
Am I in my chambers or where am I?
I don't know where you want to be.
No.
All right, you're in your chambers.
Okay.
Okay, I turn
Whatever makes the most sense.
invisible.
Okay.
And then I head over into range 120 feet, so I
Sure.
know like where it is, and then I whisper the names of. I send a message and I whisper the names of people that I would like you to target.
Okay.
Definitely Reganna and
Those are the only two names you give me?
I mean that I want. Those are the ones that have emphasis.
This isn't. And then everyone give yourself long rests if you need, or just
I don't
do
think
it
I do
anyway.
a single spell slot.
Yeah, I don't think anyone other than Casey did. So.
I did too, but
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can
I'm good.
long rest yourself.
I imagine in my brain that it's spelled FWED,
It is.
WICK.
It is spelled that way. It is canonically
Fledwick,
spelled
it's Fledwick.
Fledwick. Yeah, he's not lisping when he says his name, just when he says everything else.
It's just coincidence.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fun. Anyways, so the time of the reaping has arrived, as Chorus, in her moon form, hovers directly overhead. The Magi gather on the stone wall surrounding the mile-wide pit, each of you well prepared to battle any one of these 12 great warriors. On the rooftops, parts of the wall, and even some of the trees, you can see flocks of ravens perched, a sign that Chorus is indeed watching. In sync and without hesitation. Oh, actually, before I do that. So before you drop in, you are handed by one of the 12 high priests of Chorus. Probably Fledwick. He said, hey, what do we, is a great potion for you. You can we take that. Because a Ptakan retcon, a Taketcon, if you will. Each of you is now given a potion of healing greater by the head priests. This can be used with a bonus action in my games. So we're kind of, retconning that because I figured you guys deserve like something if you don't have any healing. And in sync and without hesitation, you all drop 20 to 30 feet into the snow-covered, root-infested, and rocky terrain. You can see the largest of the oak trees in the center of the pit ahead of you. Determined to take your place in the legend of Ptakan, you prepare to move forward. This oak tree representing all of your great expectations that have been placed upon you, all of your clan's hopes and dreams. Regardless of any deals that you may have made, it is up to you and you alone to reach the center of the Raven's Nest and claim Kilan for you and your people. And now we'll get into how it works. The way how it works is what this section is called. So this section is going to be a lot more combat focused, and this could take a minute. But we are going to really focus on the Battle Royale part since we focused more on the mystery part last time. There will be two preliminary rounds. We'll roll a d4 to determine who you face for your first two encounters. And then after that, you'll have essentially made it to the center of the Raven's Nest, where you can hopefully and ideally face one another for the title of Scythe, as well as any allies you managed to bring with you along the way. We're going to roll for initiative now, and then roll the encounter table in that order. Yes.
Should we roll all of these in the center? Do you think that's important enough, or?
Yeah, let's do it. That'd be fun.
I'll go first, I guess. 6. It's a nat 1.
Jesus.
It's a nat 1,
right.
so I'm probably last out of everyone.
Well, you don't nat on the initiative.
Okay, so
for
6
me, at
then.
least. 15. And you said 9, Drenn?
Yep.
Okay. Taya, ace.
We're rolling in there.
Yep.
I'm going to use Vigilant Blessing to give myself advantage on initiative.
Okay.
20.
All right. We have begun. So we'll start with Ace. If you want to roll a d4.
2.
All right. So we're going to do the first two encounters, theater of mind style. Just go through them quicker and then have the like actual thematic thing.
Can I do something before I run into this thing?
Yes.
I would like to cast Death Ward.
Okay. You begin moving towards the center and you hear some rustling to your right. And as you look, you see kind of like a lower bush rustling, and out walks Seto Chimera.
Is it the halfling?
Mm-hmm.
I look at her and I kind of like shift my eyes, like going like,
Yeah, all right. Well, that was lucky, huh?
yeah.
All right, well, let's
Do this
keep going,
thing.
but I will keep my eyes on you. Don't think you can pull
Yeah,
any
man.
tricks.
Same here. The reads.
All
I
right.
got this.
Okay, that makes it easier for me. Next person is Reganna. Go ahead and roll a d4. If you roll a 2, re-roll.
I like to also note that I don't have a weapon in my hand. It's just my hand.
4.
Okay, 4.
I do cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth then. If you're, I'm assuming you're trying to sneak. Okay,
12 plus 9 plus 10.
29. Gotcha. All right. So you stealthily moving your way through the crevices and canyons and roots now of this terrain. You hear some rocks tumble down, and you look up, and you can see the large, handsome, muscular build of Moto Jax. His skull, horned mask still affixed to his face as he's kind of just peering around. Doesn't seem like he quite sees you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do anything?
When he like rolls up
Oh,
the way-
it was just hide in plain sight. So I spend just 1 minute in camouflage,
All right, so
which
you're just
adds
gonna wait
another
there?
extra 10 bonus on my
Okay.
stealth. I'm just gonna wait.
All
When it
right.
passes through.
He's just kind of like looking around, but we'll do that. All right. Drenn, go ahead and roll a d4. If you roll a 2 or 4, re-roll.
1.
All right. So you make your way through. You're kind of climbing over a root here and going under one there. As you made it to that like outer ring of tree.
Before I step out, I'm gonna flip up my hood
Okay.
and just make sure that
Sure.
I'm covered that way.
As you do so, you hear a, and you kind of like look up, and you see in the tree perched above is Ori Relko, the
The
Aarakocra, and they're kind of like looking out for you. They haven't seen you yet, but they are looking for something.
Okay, I'm going to hide.
All right, go ahead, roll stealth.
Nobody's fighting.
I mean, you're gonna have to. To bring, like, they're gonna stay there until you like fight them.
21.
You'll get a sneak attack, but
Are they right above me, or where are they in relation?
relatively above you. Like they're just kind of like maybe 10, 20 feet above and like maybe 10, 20 feet to the side.
I'm gonna pick up a pebble and like toss it
Okay.
just to see.
Good.
What they do.
Roll performance.
Not sleight of hand.
I mean, you can roll sleight of hand so they don't know what direction it comes from, but like you're gonna pass that. So like you can just roll performance.
16.
Okay. So you toss it over and they like hear it, and you can see them just like lift off and they just go fly over to check out what the noise was. So Vorkax, as you start your journey through the pit, you come across a bright red tiefling woman who peers from behind a canyon and goes, oh, I like, didn't see you there.
I don't even heard her talk yet.
Yep, you have not. That's all she said.
That's all she said?
Yeah.
I'm just going to have a look at her.
Wow. Okay, she's standing there. She's like, you can see her. She no longer has her like robe affixed, and she's like in like these leathers.
How close am I? What's the distance between me and her?
They're like 10 feet. Like she just came like right around the
Okay.
corner. And...
I will use the attack action.
Okay, go ahead and roll for an attack.
So I'm gonna roll 3 d20s because I get 3 attacks, and I'm just gonna do all 3 the same.
All right,
3 axe attacks.
attacks.
What kind of terrain do you say this is?
It's it would be considered probably mountainous, so I think you have that covered.
Okay. My lowest is a 13. Then I have
It's like a mix of mountainous and forest, and you have both.
So 13, 16, 25.
So 16 and 25 hit. So roll for 2 of them.
14. So 24.
24. Okay. have a lot of names on my screen, so I just like shuffled through. All right, so you do 2 slashes, and clearly like catches them off guard. Like they thought like it was chill, and then you just go and slash at them, and they're like, "Shit! Oh, I thought you were like cool."
The reaping. We didn't talk beforehand.
And I'll go for them first. So they're gonna shuffle behind you and try and lose sight of you behind a rock, but you can still see like their leg. And they throw a knife at you. Just straight roll. Oh, that's like a 19 plus something. What's your armor class?
22.
Okay. Did you want to activate your shield? I was supposed to ask you guys if you wanted to activate anything you had.
No, because it only lasts for a minute, so I'm gonna
Okay,
save it.
22 you said?
22, yeah.
Okay, so that hits. It's a 26, so you'll take a 1. You put 5 points of damage. You take 5 points of damage, and they're gonna do it again. That one does not hit.
Okay.
So yeah, just 5 points of damage. Reganna, we're back to you. Moto, Jackson.
Wasn't it Ace?
They're not fighting. You guys are in combat, they're not. So it's turn-based right now for you guys, and then we're just gonna move on from there. But Moto Jax is still kind of searching around the area. Still just trying to hide?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and roll another stealth.
19 plus 9 plus 10 plus 10.
Man, they can't find you, but they're still looking.
Dang.
Do keep in mind, during this reaping, the public is watching.
I don't think the public can see me right now.
That's the problem.
Who says that was a problem?
Drenn, what you're hiding currently, and you saw him fly off in a direction. They flew off of the branch they were on, and they're out of your sight right now.
I'm gonna sneak the other way.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead. That's towards the center more.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'll
Roll
go
stealth.
ahead and use. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, why don't I have? Okay. 17.
17. Okay.
Use a bonus action to dash, and then use my action to dash.
Okay. You do
So
that.
I'm cruising away
You
from
are.
wherever they are.
You're booking it.
And do we see any other anyone
roll to see
else?
if he runs into
Yeah.
anybody, like any of us?
When he gets far enough, he's gonna have another encounter then.
Okay.
But he's gonna have to do. Yeah, there's gonna be a second encounter.
Okay.
But Casey, you're just still walking with Seto.
Yeah, we're just kind of
Just
heading towards the
cruising.
middle.
Yeah, just like watching each other's backs.
And also watching each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's very tense, but like it's peaceful right now. Fucking Vorkax.
Alright. So how far away are they? Because I know where they are, right?
They are like right beside you.
Okay. I'm just gonna fucking melee them again. Be cool if I had my cool battle axes this time. But I like the shield. It's
Well, I mean, yeah, you could have. Like it was. I was
Yeah.
just. I thought you wanted your original choice. So remember, you have 2 axes if you want to dual wield.
I am dual wielding.
Oh, okay. You can do 4 attacks then, because you can bonus action offhand.
Oh, I can, yeah. I'm gonna do that with one of mine. Okay, so my lowest is a 14.
Okay, that does not hit.
Okay, and then I have 2 26s, and
Yep.
I have one 19, which is for me is a critical.
Okay, so you get 2 normal rolls and then roll
One
crit.
critical.
Yeah.
So that's just 2d8. So that is both 6s plus 7, 26 for my 2 normal
All right,
attacks.
go ahead and roll the crit one.
And then I just roll 2 the same, right?
You roll the dice and then double them.
Just roll 1 and
Yeah.
double it.
Yeah. Double the dice and then add the modifier.
So
But you had the modifier.
yeah, so 2 plus 7, so 9.
That blows.
Yeah.
So you slash into them even more, and it's just like, you know, like All Might, how he punches the Nomu?
Yeah.
It's just like that, but with your like 2 wielding axes, you're yelling plus ultra, and they're just getting cut up, and you can see lacerations all over their body.
Crying.
You can't tell if it's their skin or the
Detroit
blood.
Slash.
They look really bad. Yeah, just so you guys know, these encounters aren't tough. These are just like,
I mean, they did 5 damage to me, so
I mean,
I'm
we'll
not
see,
feeling as
we'll
scared
see.
as I was.
yeah. There's a few that are. It's definitely not this first round. This first round's
Yeah, I feel like the second one we have like 2 that are like really good, and
Yeah,
2 that
it's-
are like
But even the good ones are still like, they are going to try and hide behind rock, which you can take opportunity attack if you'd like.
I would like to, yeah. D20?
Yes.
20. Not natural 20, but 10 plus 10.
You hit them, roll for damage.
10.
All right. And you see like the slash in their back, and they limp behind a rock, and you go to follow, and they're gone.
Oh, fuck.
You look up and they're coming down with like both their they're coming down with both their knives and they're trying to dig into your shoulders, and you're just able to catch them and then throw them onto the ground.
Does that do a point of damage?
But then they get back up and try and swipe at you, but their limbs are just
They're just fucked.
noodles right now. They swing wild. They look like death.
Sorry, one.
Yeah. After they do that, they go, wait. I'll yield. Flashbacks.
Vorkax nods his head and starts walking away.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll take the necklace or whatever and like
All
crush
right.
it.
So you do that, and you see shot up into the sky a purple comet firework.
And then I go to help them up.
They take it and they start limping back to the wall. Go ahead, Reganna, and go ahead and roll stealth if that's what you're gonna do, or do anything you want.
They're not facing me or anything, right?
Nope, they have no idea where you are. They're like maybe 20 feet away from you, 25 feet. And they're just kind of like looking in like crevices.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Toll of Death,
Okay.
where I point at a creature and I can see within range, and the sound of bells fill the air around them for a moment, and they have to succeed a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's the save?
14.
All right, so let me find their modifier. What type of save was it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom save. Okay. This is just a flat 12. So
Okay, well, they take then 3d8, 2 8s and a 1. That's 17.
bells begin to ring around his head and starts.
It's
and then looks-
necrotic damage.
Okay. And he looks over at you and sees you.
I take my bonus action because I have my 2 long swords out, and I am a dual weaponist.
You have to attack with a melee first to use your bonus action offhand. It's a follow-up attack to another attack.
Okay. All right. Well,
Because I have 3 attacks per action.
Yeah, as long as do a melee attack, you can use your bonus action
Okay.
I would say do it at the end. We'll do your 2 and then do the third attack. Make sure it's a melee.
as a
So
bonus
bonus
action,
action.
using a one creature, you see the first time each of you that hit the target and benefits. Okay, got it. I can't. I don't have any other bonus actions, do I? Hold on. Let me check my spells.
While you do that, Drenn, you are moving closer to the center. Just absolutely fucking shredding the rocks.
Looking around, is there any cover anywhere
That
that I can see?
There's some rocky parts where you can kind of get under an extended rock in one of the canyons that you're kind of traveling through. There's not too much cover here.
Do I see? I forget his name.
You look back and you can see them kind of flying maybe 60 feet back.
Okay,
Yeah, I just say, come at me, bitch.
All right.
I'm gonna find one of those rocks and kind of post up behind it and just ready an attack action,
Okay.
so that if
Just keep. So ready attack action. You can keep your self roll that you did earlier. That brings us to. Well, Vorkax, you're out of combat now. All right, we'll go back to. Oh, actually, that's Moto has to go. Moto Jax. Now that he sees you, you can see him just go and just flexes, and you can see him getting angry. He misses. So he comes at you with his sword, and he just fucking whiffs on you. He is going to take another swing. That is a 23.
That's
10 points of slashing damage.
okay.
But you get advantage on your next melee attacks.
Cool.
And that will be his turn, and then we'll go.
Okay, yeah, just 2 attacks with my short sword. Short swords. Yeah, I have advantage on the first one.
Yeah,
What's 18 plus 9?
27.
27.
That one hits. Roll damage.
That is a 5 damage.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. And then the second attack is a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is a 6.
So yeah, you give 2 quick slashes. Seems to be cutting their skin, but they have some thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
Drenn, you see the aircocker kind of just hovering over the crevice, kind of back and forth in flight, low enough that you can reach him when he gets to around the area you're at, if you want to take your reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead
Let's do
and
it.
roll to hit with advantage.
Now, I can attack twice whenever I take the attack action on my turn. Would this be considered the attack action on my turn.
This is, well, yeah, you're
It's
holding an action.
extra
You can do
attack.
two.
It's special. Actually, I
Yeah.
have that too.
Yeah, the first one's advantage, and the second one will just be a straight roll. And the first one, if you hit, you can add your sneak attack.
Okay, so this one will be attack. Yes, with advantage. Oh man, that's really bad. 12 maybe. Let me check. 18.
That hits. You can roll damage and then add your sneak attack dice.
Okay, and then the original is 1d6 plus 5. And I
Love
totally
hearing that
whacked
sound.
the. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm sure. I did that for Casey. Oh, of course I used the dice that you can't read. Let's see, 9. Is it a 2? 11, 25.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on my second attack. 17. 8.
So with two swipes, you like catch them by their wings and just carve through them as they are maintaining that flight momentum, and they just like screech out and then fall to the ground, roll over and get back up, ready to fight. They are going to, fuck it. Go ahead and roll. You're good at this, so, and you have evasion, but go ahead and roll a dex save.
Oh, yeah, okay. And I can see this character, right?
Yes. Yeah, so you can have it at least, but this is if you get nothing.
15.
That was the save. So you see them like flap their feathers together, and just this large ball of fire starts heading your way, and you're able to find this crevice right in the rocks where you fit in, and like Indiana Jones in the refrigerator, just all the fire goes by you, and you're unscathed. I know. This is probably your best matchup, by the way. Like, you probably rolled well for your matchups. The next one is Reganna.
Yes, I will do 3 attacks because I actually have the extra attack, the thing that he has, where I can attack twice on my extra turn. Well, twice on the first,
Twice and then the bonus action.
Yeah, and the bonus action.
Well, are you using your bow or?
No, I'm using my short swords. That's why I'm not doing as much damage right now.
Do you think?
Because
Roll for
it's
damage.
really close. Well, I rolled to see if I land the attack, right?
Yeah. I rolled it. Yeah, sorry, I rolled a hit.
18.
That hits.
10 damage.
Okay.
And then the next one is 18 plus 9.
17 hits. Oh, 18
18 plus 9, 27. No, you're good.
I mean, either way, that's-
And that is a 5 damage. And then the last bonus one is 7 plus 9 is 16.
that hits.
And that is just a 1.
All right.
Still counts.
All right, so you're carving away at him, and he doesn't look hurt yet. Your first hit did a lot of damage, and then your consecutive hits after are starting to do a little less. He's going to hit you with another slash of his sword. That does not hit, so he swings and misses. Then he's going to back up about like 10, 15 feet if you want to take an opportunity attack.
I will. That probably doesn't hit with an 11.
That does not hit.
Yep.
And then as he backs up, he ducks under your blade and then pulls his hands back for a Haruken and extends them, and then these 2 purple lights shoot out of his hands and just hit you in your solar plexus and in your heart, and it's the hardest impact you've felt in a while. Pushes you back 10 feet yourself, and you'll take. I rolled a crit. Didn't roll well on the rolls, but 6, 12 plus 3, 15. No, wait, that's not right. Not plus 3. So 6 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then we'll go to Drenn. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna call out.
Mm-hmm.
Oris, what's the name again?
Bashal.
Vishal. Okay, I'm gonna call out and ask if he's ready to yield.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stealth or hide.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say asking to yield or yielding is an action. So keep that in mind as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just to make it like a little like you have to be serious about it. It has to be like some big give
Well,
and take
then I'm going to do something differently. I'm going to do something a little different then.
Okay.
Rather than asking him to yield, I'm going to hide as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then sneak around.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Wait, what am I rolling for? Stealth.
Stealth. Okay. 11.
11. You think you're hidden.
Cool.
So you do that, you start working your way around.
When I get close to them, I'm going to take an attack.
You'll have to wait for your turn. Unless are you holding an attack?
Well, I can go into stealth.
His sneak goes bonus.
Yeah, but I mean,
Or
I
I can
thought that
hide
was your
as
turn
a-
though.
Bonus action and then go and make the attack, right?
Yeah.
Like move around.
If you want to attack, yeah, go for it. I
Okay.
thought your turn was over. I thought you were saying that was your turn.
No,
Okay.
no, you're good. You're good.
Go ahead, yeah, roll for attack. No advantage.
Rogues do a lot of stuff. No advantage? Okay.
Yeah, you rolled an 11.
What? And no sneak attack?
No sneak attack. Yeah, give and take, man.
22.
22 hits, roll damage.
Okay. That is 8
8. All right.
for the first one. And then, natural 20.
All right, cool. Roll damage and double your dice.
Roll 2 dice or roll.
Roll 1 dice and then
Yes.
double that
Okay,
number
okay,
and then
yes.
add the modifier.
Oh, great. 9.
Okay. You go around him and you think you're hidden. You jump out to do 2 slashes and they just kind of turn around and block it away with their wing, but it still catches it. And it like cuts open like a really deep artery and you can see them profusely bleeding from it. And they're like, "Ugh," and they look really bad.
Okay.
They are going to, does a 21 hit?
Maybe. So my AC is 19, but
Okay.
I can take a reaction.
Okay.
Defensive duelist. When I'm wielding a finesse weapon with which I am proficient and another creature hits me with a melee attack, I can use my reaction to add 5 to my AC for that attack.
Okay, it's not.
It's not a melee attack? Okay,
The spell is called Steel Wind Strike.
Oh, sweet.
You see them kind of charge up and then they just like anime style, like right by you. And you just kind of look back, see them just kind of like standing there. And then you all of a sudden just feel like this force of the wind that he just like exerted to go by you and just blows you to the side, knocking you into the wall. This was his like last resort spell. So this might hurt.
It's suffocating, no breathing.
It's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
You take 34 points of force damage.
Okay, I'm going to use my uncanny dodge reaction and have that.
Okay, so you
So
take
17?
16. Or sorry, 17.
No, you're good.
You are out of melee range if you want to use your bow.
Swap with my bonus action.
Okay.
Take as much step back as I can, which is 35
Okay.
feet.
About 55 feet away from him.
And but I'll just shoot then
Okay.
just regular with the bow. And that is a 26 with a
That
15
hits.
plus 11.
Roll damage.
8.
So as you release that arrow sinks in just a little bit more than your swords were, and they're starting to look hurt. Do you want to do your other attack? You have 2 attacks per action, right?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot another one, which is 18 plus 11. So
That
it's
hits.
29. And then that will be a 6.
All right. Seem to be getting even more angry. They are going to hit you with 2, which is technically 4 Eldritch Blasts, as they extend both of. They can do 2 per, and they can do 2 attacks. But they extend both their hands, and 4 beams of purple light swirl and head towards you. And you do the thing that Spider-Man does against the Green Goblin, where he kind of like flips through it, but they don't hit him. But they don't hit you at all. You just flip through it, and they both fly and hit rocks behind you.
3-point landing.
Yeah. Blade land. And that's their turn. Drenn,
Okay,
you see Ori on their last legs.
I'm gonna walk toward Ori, and as I do, I'm gonna tell them this reaping takes all of us. I don't want to take you. Will you join me or yield?
Fair point, mate. I can see when I'm beat. I'll yield. And you take the back part of your knife and smash it on the amulet that has been affixed to them. And you all witness into the sky a firework in the shape of 2 Wait, which one? Oh, the sigil, a green fluorescent like runic symbol into the sky, and they start heading back towards the wall. All right, back to Reganna. You're fighting Moto Jax.
He was the successor of who again?
He was a success. Moto Jax followed Moto Zen, the loud, obnoxious one that I regret voicing.
Got it. Yep. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna shoot some arrows. Does 23
Yes,
hit?
hits. Their armor class is 15, so if you hit 15 or above, you'll hit.
5. How are they looking?
They look like they're hurt, but they're not looking terrible.
Okay. The next one is a 26.
That hits.
And nope, that's the wrong dice. 12 damage.
They're starting to look rough now. Not very rough, but rough.
And then my bonus action would be Slayer's Prey.
What's that?
First time each turn that you hit the target with a weapon attack, it takes an extra 1d6 damage. That's a 1.
All right, so just 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're going to do the same thing as last time. They miss both again. So you once again are bobbing and weaving behind some rocks to cover yourself, and they just can't seem to hit you with any 8 of their Eldritch Blasts.
Are you rolling bad?
You can go again since everyone else is out of combat.
Jeez. Yeah, that one hits with a dirty 20.
Okay. I'm not rolling that bad. It's just that these people's modifiers aren't great.
Oh, okay. This will be a 10 damage.
As another arrow sinks into their abdomen, they kind of
I just
keel over.
kind of yell out, "Do you yield?"
Fuck you!
That's a 19 with a 9 damage.
Okay. What do you think they're at?
1.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Every
fucking
time.
wild.
And then my bonus action would be the extra 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll.
which is a 3. So
Okay. So the final arrow that you release hits them square in the mask, and you see it fall off and then slowly fall back, hitting the ground dead. You actually see now the part of their face that was covered is horrifically scarred. And the scar is surprisingly, it resembles a serpent.
did I lose? I'm assuming I lost concentration, right, on the force attack that one time when he attacked me.
What were you
I got
concentrating on?
Pass without a trace.
Oh, yeah, you would have. Well, you can roll for concentration if you'd like. I think it was.
It's just a con save, right?
What did he roll? 12?
10 or half the damage.
Yes, do
Under
10.
fire.
Just do 10.
Nat 20.
It's close, but I'll let you have it. You are moving on to the next round. Ace, would you like to roll a d4?
1.
Okay. So, you and Chimera are kind of like wandering through. Then you see Chimera just stumble and grab her head and go, oh, and fall over and roll down a few rocks. They're going to take 8 points of psychic damage. As they fall to the ground, you look behind you and see a hooded Githyanki man that you know as Bashal, Grunt Bashal.
She tumbles down. That's not good. She looks alive still.
Yeah. They don't look rough or anything. It just hurt them. It wasn't the same thing that Keela did.
I'm gonna fire off a sacred flame.
All right, it's a dex save of something.
21.
They do not make it. You can roll damage.
16 points of damage.
Okay, cool. You ignite the sacred flame and you see radiant flames across their body. That's their turn. They're going to go again since they got a surprise attack. They're going to go at Chimera, who's currently on the ground, with their trident that they pull out from behind their back.
Do they walk past me to do so?
Sure.
As my free action, I guess, and pull out my sword and slash him with it.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll for that. 14?
Oh, that does not hit.
Okay. I tried.
So you swing and he just parries it away with his trident in one move, throws it down on a downed Chimera for for 22 damage. And it goes right through their like stomach, and you can see it like piercing out the other end. She screams, ah! And
it's really gross.
she looks hurt. They're going to what are they gonna do? They'll do another trident attack, I suppose. That hits for 9 points of damage as they twist into Chimera. And then they look back at you and like put their hand to their temple, and you feel a pressure in your head. It's a 27 to hit.
There's nothing I can do about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, and you just feel like this intense pressure just building and building and building to the point where it's excruciating. You take 8 points of psychic damage.
Ugh, head colds are the worst.
That is their turn. It's Chimera's turn. So they get up. They are going to do a healing word on themselves. Then they're going to reach up into the sky and throw their hand down. And you see this moonlight just pierce through the clouds to come down upon Bashal. And Bashal extends his arms and looks up, and the moon just covers over him as if nothing happened. And he looks at Chimera and says, "Don't you know we're all followers of Chorus here?" And seems Chorus had blessed him with not being hit that time.
Oh, damn.
Then they're going to quickly do like a sweeping motion with their hand, and a thorn shoots out of the ground and slashes at him. Jesus Christ, that doesn't hit. And he just kind of catches it in his hand and then throws it to the ground. Okay, so yeah, Reganna, if you want to roll your...
3.
All right, cool. Are you still stealthing?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
15 plus 9 plus 10.
Moving your way cautiously through the rocky terrain and snow-covered terrain, you see on a bit of a hill in front of you a black dragonborn with silver plate armor. And she's kind of scouting the area, waiting for combat. She's about 20, 30 feet ahead of you.
What color are her eyes?
Red.
It's a red eyes black dragon.
Inferno Blast!
I placed down my trap card.
Her banner is a hourglass because of time, wizard. So,
Can I try to stealth a little bit further back?
sure. How much further back you want to be? 55 feet? Or 65 feet? That's as far as you can go for a turn.
I'll fire.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage for the first one since you're hidden.
23.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is a 6 damage. The next one is a 30 with a 10 damage. So 16 total.
Okay. All right, so you do that. 2 arrows soar through the air and hit right in between their plate armor. And they turn to you, and you can see their eyes kind of flare real quick. Then they'll take their turn. They are going to, they're going to move 30 feet closer to you, close the distance, and then they're going to shoot a crossbow at you for, that doesn't hit, it's a 16, the first one. Second bolt is a 19, and the third one's a natural 1. So all three just fly by you, and that's their turn. I don't need you to roll, actually. You see, are you stealthing?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
17.
Okay. You think you're hidden, and you see ahead of you.
Oh, you know what? Sorry.
You're good.
I have advantage on
Go
stealth.
for it.
What did I tell you the first time?
Enough.
Yeah, that's how much I got.
Gotcha. So you see ahead of you a
Gotta get those 4s out of the way
a
somehow.
lean yet still very bulky werebore woman. You see Rex Morta wielding both hand axes and just kind of waiting for someone to kill. They already have blood covering them, similar to Chunka last year. Very similar vibes.
Are they facing away or?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah. Can I reach them?
Yeah, they're about 30 feet.
So I'll sneak up and I'll sneak attack.
All right, go ahead and roll with advantage.
That is 25.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
25.
25.
Yep, and then I've got another attack. It's 15.
Okay.
Does that hit?
15 does not hit. So you get them real good in their side, and then you swing with your other offhand to try and get that next knife. You're using knives, right?
I've got my scimitar
Scimitar. Okay.
and a shield.
Cool. And then you try and hit with your scimitar again, and they just catch your wrist and look back at you. And then they are going to rage, and you can see their like veins just pop, their eyes narrow.
Oh, sick! You lift?
Then they're going to take 4 attacks with their hand axe at you. 21 hit.
Probably. I mean, I have this ability where on a melee
This is a
attack,
melee.
would this be a melee attack?
This is a
Okay.
melee.
Then I'm gonna get. I'm gonna use my reaction to get an
Okay.
extra 5, so I go up to 24.
Okay, is that for the turn?
attack or is it just one attack?
For I think it's until the start of my turn. Let me check.
Okay, double check and
It says as a reaction.
Okay, so I think you get one a turn.
Defensive duelist. When you are wielding a finesse weapon with which you are proficient and another creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to add 5 to your AC for that attack.
okay.
One of
So
the attacks.
the next one's a 20.
Okay. That one hits.
I'm gonna roll all of them first. Then one of them's like a 10, or not a 10, it's a 13, and then the other one is a 21. So
Okay,
they'll
so
hit you
2
for
attacks.
2. That's so those 2 sink into your skin, and you take 21 points of slashing damage. Now we will go back to you, Ace, and Seto, and Bashal.
Okay, can I flank?
Yeah, you can get behind them. Yeah. All right, go ahead and roll with advantage.
13 plus 9, is that 22? Okay, so that hits. That'll be 3d8 lightning damage, and then he can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Okay.
5.
So you see his muscles seize up as you reach out and shock him. Then Bashal's gonna go. They are going to jab the trident back into Seto Chimera. They hit that for 10 points, or not 10 points, sorry, 6 points of piercing damage on Chimera. They twist that, and then they're going to extend it back to you. So they're going to do 1 hit on Chimera and 1 hit on you. The hit on Chimera misses. She's able to push it out of her stomach before he's able to twist. And the hit on you is a 21. That hits for 9 points of piercing damage. Vorkax, you are walking through and looking for your next battle. You hear a thud behind you as if someone's jumping down. And you look, and it's your brother, Korvax.
I sheath my axes.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know what to do.
We can go our separate ways, or I can yield to you.
I don't know if I can accept either.
If you wish to strike me down, I will not stop you.
I really don't want to do this.
So I am going to make myself invisible and leave.
As you fade out of existence, Korvax raises his sword and then just drops it and looks towards the center and looks back to where you were, drops his head, and slowly, dragging his sword, starts walking towards the center. And as he turns around, you can see like just a slight grin on his face. Reganna, go ahead. Your turn.
I kind of want to keep my distance, so I'm just
Okay, move back again. All right,
28.
20 hits. Roll damage.
8 damage. And then my next one is a 26. And that is a 9 damage. So 17 total.
So 2 more arrows, and they just are breaking them off in their plate armor, but you can tell it's getting through. But they keep trudging at you. It's their turn, so they're going to move another 30 feet closer to you and then shoot off 3 crossbow bolts. The first one is a 23.
Hits.
The next one's bigger, so it's a 17 nat.
Cool.
It's a 24. And the Last one is 8 plus that and misses. So 2 of the bolts strike true.
Yep.
And they hit you for 15. No, that's not right. I rolled the wrong dice. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11 points of piercing damage as 2 hit you in the back as you're retreating. Then we'll move back to Drenn.
I'm going to use a bonus action to use Giant's Might. I can magically gain the following benefits which last for 1 minute. I become large, along with anything I'm wearing. Also, once on each of my turns, one of my attacks with a weapon or unarmed strike can deal an extra 1d6.
Cool.
I'm going to use a bonus action to try and hide.
Okay, so to hide, you're going to have to disengage, so they'll have an opportunity attack.
Okay, well then I won't do that.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to attack.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. 23.
23 hits.
I'm going to use the giant strength d6 on this one.
Okay.
So that's 7 plus 4, 12. And then I've got another attack. 17.
Does that hit? Does it? You're good.
So that one is 6.
All right. So you do 2 slashes, and it's just a slash battle, like just back and forth, cutting each other open. It's their turn, so they're going to do 4 attacks on you again. I was rolling really bad in the first encounter, and now I'm rolling really well. One of those misses. The lowest I rolled on the other 3 was a 16 plus 10, so 26.
Ooh.
You can. Well, how much does it add?
I'm going to use my. It adds 5.
Okay.
So it won't get me there, but I will use
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny Dodge on one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll let you do the biggest one. Let me just roll these. Jesus Christ. Okay, there's the bad rolls. No, that was good. That was good. It was a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of rolling.
And a 3.
Damages.
Yeah. 6 plus. But the fucking modifier is crazy on this one, so it's a 21 plus. Well, the biggest one is going to be 10, so minus 5, 20. So you take 21 points of damage.
I spit a gob of blood in their face.
That makes them even more enraged, and you see them. Ah! You bitch! And then, the battle continues. Ace.
This guy's still not dead.
No. These are the tough ones.
I do not like the way you said that.
I do.
Sorry.
I hate only having 1 attack per action. Like, that is the biggest drawback.
Yeah, but you can do spells that do like 60 damage.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell. 3rd level inflict wounds. Still flanking him.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage.
14 plus 13.
That hits.
27 points of damage.
27, all right. Necrotic, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you reach out your hand and you see this like black symbiote-looking like effect sprawl through their
I
body.
dig my claws
Yeah,
into him.
and you can just see it, and it kind of like cripples his back a little bit of atrophy looking kind of deal, and he's looking hurt. He is in retaliation going to once again double jab Chimera and then swing at you. 13 points of damage to them. Chimera's looking rough now, and he extends a backslash towards you. 14 plus 8, 22. Only 5 points of piercing damage. That is their turn. It is Chimera's. Let me scroll up to them. They are going to reach back up and summon back down the moonbeam. Give it another go. That one might hit. No, it doesn't. He has a really good con save. That one, he extends his arm up and it's starting to push him down, but he still like looks up and smirks at her and just grins. Then she does the same move with the Thorn Whip for that hits. 5 points of slashing damage as it cuts his knee and it buckles him down, but he's still lifting, and then both of the effects end. Oh yeah, Reganna, you're next. Go ahead.
Well, first strike's 22.
Okay.
And
That
then
hits.
that is a 10 damage. And then the second strike is a 29.
That hits.
And then That is a 10, another 10 damage, so a total of 20.
All right. They're about to look hurt. Drenn, your turn.
So I'm giant right now. I'm actually gonna use a bonus action to light my.
Do I see him?
You're about to. I'm gonna light my scimitar.
You do. You all, as he does this, you all see like a giant bonfire in the distance.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, chorus.
It's just a bonus action to light it up. What's this one's name?
Morda.
Morda.
Rex Morda.
I'm attacking Morda. 18 to hit.
That hits.
I'll use my giant strength on this one, and we'll do 2d6 fire damage. Those are going to be the red ones. 7 fire damage plus 8 regular damage.
All right.
I'm going to use my second attack to try and shove. Using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them. 19. I lied to you.
Okay.
That was me using I need to use my athletics. And because this is a strength check and I'm a giant right now,
You get advantage, right?
I have advantage, yeah. So that's 22 or a natural 1. 22.
Both, or actually one of them does it.
I'm going to knock her prone.
You do. They fall back onto their back.
And then I'm going to step away.
You want to hide with your bonus action?
I've already used the bonus action.
Ignite the blade.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. How far do you want to do full movement?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you're 30 feet back. They are going to use half their movement to get up, close the distance as much as they can, so they're 10 feet away from you now.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll dash and then just get close to you, and then that'll be their turn. So now they're right up on you. Ace, what do you want to do?
This asshole's still not dead. So I'll do another shocking grasp.
Okay, go for it.
19 plus 9.
That hits.
14 damage. We can't make reactions, which...
They are now looking rough, and they they look at Chimera, and you just see them like focus their gaze and almost like lean in with every second of their turn. And Seto Chimera just kind of is still and can't move, and you see all the veins in their body, their neck tense, their arms tense, and they just fade and drop to the ground. They are dead. Then
We see the thing, right? The flare.
oh yes, yeah, correct, good call. Yeah, so then you see and then a firework shoots off into the sky and erupts in the form of a blue it's been so long. Yeah, we're gonna go with dragon. It's a blue dragon in the sky, and he just turns his focus to you. It is your turn, Reganna.
Yeah, I will keep firing
All right.
and try to keep my distance.
You want to move more?
Yeah,
All right, you're 105 feet away.
I try to move. Is the fire?
You're going back towards the wall. They're in between you and the tree, which is relatively where the fire
The
is.
fire was okay. Got it. Well, I'll just keep firing. That is a 16.
That does not hit. So that was the first one to just tink off their armor as they keep moving towards you.
Second one is a 18.
That hits. Roll damage.
That was really low from the past ones.
Yeah, that was their armor class. So
10.
gotcha. So that one slips through their plate armor, and they're looking hurt. So they're gonna move closer and shoot 3 bolts at you. Oh boy, none of them hit. That was pretty bad. So just right by your head, hit like next to your feet as you're retreating. They're probably like 70 feet away from you now.
Cool.
Drenn.
I'm going to tell Morta to stay down, and I'm going to shove, and then attack.
You're gonna shove them back down?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll for strength. This is like the person that you shouldn't be shoving, but I'm rolling really bad.
Well, good thing I have advantage.
I don't think it matters. I rolled a
30?
natural one. Yeah, that does it.
Okay, so I'm going to knock her prone.
Okay. You get advantage on your melee.
Oh,
so
sweet.
you get your sneak attack.
Oh, sweet. I just figured that out.
Yeah.
You said advantage on this one too?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 29.
That hits. Roll damage and sneak attack.
Okay. And then 46. It's like I'm a wizard almost. A wizard of backstabs. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 35. 8 of which is fire damage.
35. Okay. All right. Damn. So you shove them to the ground and take a slash into them, and you just see this flame erupt, and you can see, like, as it kind of dissipates, their skin just singed, scar tissue forming. You want to do you have another action, right? Or attack?
No, the first attack was to knock her down.
Gotcha. Do you want a bonus action hide or anything like that?
Wait, you're not back to a giant anymore?
No, I still am. It lasts for a minute.
You can hide as a giant?
It'll be tough, but go for it.
I have this cloak that helps me.
Glowing sword.
Oh, yeah. Actually, roll with disadvantage.
Oh, you're right. But I have
But then you have advantage, but then I'd say you disadvantage because you're big, so still disadvantage.
All right.
2 disadvantages,
Well,
1 advantage.
15 or 21. Which one do you want?
The 15,
Dang.
but you think you're hidden. All right, Ace, you are up.
What kind of armor is this guy wearing?
Yeah, there's it's like a half breastplate under a robe.
Metal gives me advantage on shocking grasp.
All right.
So I reach out to claw him.
Okay.
13 plus 9.
13 plus 9. That hits.
Lightning damage coming in. 18 damage.
All right.
I'm gonna move 30 feet and then use my feline agility to move another 30 feet.
Okay, 60
We
feet
can't
away.
take reactions, so.
Sure, yeah. You do that. You are 60 feet away from them. Their turn, they're going to move 40 feet towards you. So they're now 20 feet away from you. You feel that same pressure in your head that you saw Chimera suffer. Yeah, you're able to shake it off. Yeah, you just shake it out and are able to get out of whatever was happening in your head. Then they are going to take 2 javelins from their back.
Where did you have those?
They were there. One of them is a 23 to hit, and the other is a 19.
Okay, well, the first one hits.
Okay. That is 5 points of piercing damage as the javelin swings by your arm. Is his turn. Reganna.
Yeah, so 2 more. How bad are they looking?
They look hurt.
Okay, this is where I say guild, or like, the whole, or something, right?
Yield. Come over here and fight.
We all know who the puppet master is here. Ace.
Wait, what?
You don't know shit, dude.
Go ahead, what did you roll?
It was a 15 plus 11.
That hits.
And then the second one is a natural 20.
All right, roll the first one.
That is a 5.
5, gotcha. And then roll the second one and double the dice.
That is a 10.
So 2 more sink into their plate armor, or in the gaps in their plate armor, and they still seem to be continuing to try and move towards you.
Mm-hmm.
They look a little more than
I'm
hurt.
moving away, but kind of like with my the
You're
walking
moving
speed, kind of more just an angle.
Okay. They close the distance again, and they're going to shoot thrice with their crossbow. Those both miss. And that one, 17 plus...
That hits, probably.
Probably. I have to double check. Because I have like 17 character cards up. Yeah, it's a 26 to hit.
Yep.
So that one is going to do 10 points of piercing damage. It is Drenn, your turn again. Oh, did I? I didn't move. I didn't move with her.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So they're gonna get up, and then we'll do your turn and her turn again. Morta gets up, using half their movement. You backed away.
I did not.
Okay.
I should have.
That's all right. They get
Do
up.
I get an attack of opportunity on that?
No, because they're still in place. It's in the same spot. But they get up and they're gonna attack you 4 times. First one misses. Second one's an 18 plus 10, 28. 26. So 20 and 26 to hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my runic shield
What does that do?
slots. When another creature you can see within 30 feet of you Oh no, wait. That's another creature, not me. Yeah, I have an ability to do something, and I don't remember what it is. All right, well, then I'll use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay. The biggest one was 10, so -5. 13 points of slashing damage is what you take. Then your turn, Drenn.
I told you to stay down.
Pushing her again.
All right. Yeah. Before I do though, I'm going to.
Oh, I've had advantage on strength checks for this whole time, and I've not been doing it.
You should do it because we're making a lot of them.
Yeah, we're making a lot of mistakes here. Where I was just like, oh man, I should have done this.
This was definitely supposed to get you guys down a little
That's
bit.
how I felt the first reading. I was like, I had like 7 things I could have done.
Okay. Yes. All right. I'm gonna invoke my storm rune as a bonus action to enter a prophetic state for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated. Until the state ends, when I or another creature I can see within 60 feet of me makes an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, I can use my reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage.
Okay, so we'll do a straight roll.
Yeah, so I am going to try and knock her prone.
All right, go for it.
That's 31. Yeah, 31.
All right, yeah, you knock her prone again.
Oh, I've got a bunch of ones this time. 30 damage.
Another flare of flame as you slice across the downed Morta, and they are looking pretty rough.
Okay, and then I'm gonna back away.
All right,
The whole way.
gotcha. They're gonna get up and dash into your face, and that's their turn. Ace.
I'll just cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I'll just put my hand out and just shoot off a flame of light.
save?
Dex of 21.
Oh, they do actually. Just 21. Nothing quite catches.
Nothing worth doing right now, no.
They're gonna move 20 feet towards you and take 3 attacks with their trident on you. One of them misses. The other one is a 23 to hit, and then the other one misses. 23 hits?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. 8 points of piercing damage. And Reganna, your turn.
Same thing. As far as arc my distance back and shoot some more. 22 for the first one, and it's a 30 for the second one. 11, so 17 total damage.
17 damage. All right. Yeah, they're looking rough.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on me.
Okay. Yeah, so just a recap of how my verbiage works. Hurt is half, rough is a quarter, and pretty rough is below that. Just wanted to help you out, because like I say it every time, and it's supposed to help you out, but like, this is the first time you played with me as DM, so... All right, their turn, they're gonna close the distance and shoot 3 crossbows at you. So, 3 crossbows fly by you, no issue for you.
How's Mortar looking?
They are
Pissed as hell.
looking pretty rough.
Well, we have a pretty good thing going. She and I. So I'm gonna try knocking them down.
Okay. Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
I haven't rolled above an 8 for her on her strength checks this whole time.
18. I'm gonna give you disadvantage on that one.
Yeah, they don't. I don't know what you rolled, but they didn't do it.
18.
Yeah.
So we'll knock her down, and I'm gonna ask if she. I'm gonna say again, like, you are one of the best of us, and I don't want to kill you. Will you join me, or will you yield?
Roll persuasion for this one.
Okay. Oh, and I've got really good persuasion because my charisma is like -1. So this is pretty much guaranteed, I think.
Wow. All right.
Oh, actually, it's not -1. Do I get advantage since she's super vulnerable?
Not on Morta. No.
Ooh, that is a 6.
It was. Did you have a modifier on it?
Yes, +0.
Okay, so you had to roll a natural 20
Oh, sweet.
to get her to convince her, and
In that case,
they growl at you, and it doesn't seem like they're going to yield.
okay. In that case, I'm going to action surge,
Okay.
and then we're gonna attack. I shoved her down. I didn't.
You get advantage.
I didn't do my attack. Let's see, 25.
That hits. I mean, I don't even know if I need you to roll. I guess roll, but
I could get a bunch of ones. Oh,
No, there's like
all right,
There's-
you end them. So you
3 5s, 3 6s,
Jesus
1 4.
Christ. Well, I do want to know what the total number is, just for
So
curiosity.
10, 20, 32 plus,
Plus
7. So 39.
plus 5 because of the modifier.
Oh, yeah, plus my because
Yeah,
of the
so
modifier. So that's
you-
40 something, 44.
With a mighty force, thrust your centaur, absolutely eviscerating them. Their intestines leaking out of their body and on fire. And they are dead, believe it or not.
I'm going to do a con save to not throw up.
Okay, go for it.
Their sigil flies up too.
Yes. So you also see
17.
the red ram erupt into the sky in the form of a firework. You were able to keep it down. It's like a ooh. Yeah. Ace.
How bad is he looking?
Pretty rough.
All right, I'm gonna shocking grasp him since he's right up on me.
21 hits.
22 points of damage.
What'd you do?
I shocking grasp.
Okay.
Can you do like the cartoon? Like I want to see his like bones.
All right, yeah, sure. So he reaches out as you're shocking him, and you can just see the skin flake into dust, and his skeleton just reach out and just tumble to the ground and clatters. He is dead. Again, believe it or not. Reganna. They're looking rough.
Yeah, I will attack. It is a 27 for the first hit, and then another 30 for the second hit. That is a 5 and a 12, so 17 total.
All right, they are looking pretty rough. They'll close the distance again. Miss. So another 3 fly by you. It's your turn again.
21, does that hit?
That hits, yes.
And the next one is a 14, so I'm assuming that
Does not hit.
So just one of them, which will be a 12.
That is enough to end them as that arrow shoots through their neck and they crumple to the ground.
I spit next to them and say selfish.
All right.
And then I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. So how long does your invisibility last?
An hour.
Okay. So if everyone wants to take a short rest, they can, or they can move towards the center and forego the short rest. As Ace is downing the potion, Vorkax, you arrive to the center and see them drinking that potion. Okay.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Did We Level Up? Don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Links can be found in the description. There, you'll find more updates and news about our upcoming games, such as The Curse of Strahd, an upcoming one-shot series using Kids on Bike system, and our very first full-length homebrew campaign. As certified yappers, we invite you all to yap away with us in the comments with any suggestions and feedback you all might have. And with that, we'll see you next time with the third part of You Reap What You Scythe.